Dynafit Mercury. The retail is $800. It's an incredible value. Something that Dynafit likes to talk about is the quick step insert. So you'll notice that on our boot toe sockets, there's a little rail. Well, that rail is set up for exactly the width of open pins on a Dynafit toe piece, so that you will literally catch those pins from the back and the ski will slide forward and then you can step down. We use some extra dense rubber on this sole so that it doesn't compress, okay, under skiing issues. Then we have, instead of aluminum, we use magnesium buckles, which is lighter and stronger, and they're also micro adjustable. Moving up the boot, we have this 45-degree buckle that locks in at 45 degrees and doesn't need to be manipulated in between skiing and touring mode. And because of the way it's oriented and riveted onto the boot, it connects at the same place where the upper cuff contacts the shell, so that the boots don't deform under skiing pressure. The boot lower is Grilamid, which is the lightest, thinnest, strongest plastic material that we can source. It's not Pebax and it's not polyurethane. It's lighter than polyurethane, but very stiff, so that we can make these boots with really thin walls but achieve the strength that another manufacturer would with polyurethane. Okay. The cuff is a fiberglass reinforced cuff that's very stiff, capable of driving almost any ski out there. And if it's not capable of driving the heaviest, fattest skis, then of course we have the Vulcan, which is the same boot but with the carbon fiber cuff. So moving up the boot again to this third buckle, this is not only your third buckle, but this is Dynafit's patented ultra lock cuff mechanism. So instead of having a little light switch back here that switches modes between downhill and touring, it's your top buckle that does everything in one. So we've saved weight and we've simplified transitions. So simply by throwing this buckle, that's downhill mode, that's tour mode. And you get a full 60 degrees of cuff articulation, which, unless you're some super yogi or Pilates master, your anatomy can't even take advantage of all 60 degrees of that, but it's there in case you're ultra limber. But what it allows you to do is really get that front foot out there, and the cuff actually moves past vertical, so you can take long strides and go fast. Awesome. There's also up to two separate forward lean settings. When you open this boot up, there is a piece of metal in the back of this spoiler in here. This is called the driving spoiler, and when this boot is locked down into downhill mode, the driving spoiler, which is a part of the lower shell, extends up into the cuff and locks this whole thing together. So it's a really secure lockdown, and it also drives a lot of force to the edges of the ski, which is where all your fun comes from. So don't forget the ultralock cuff mechanism and the driving spoiler that's up inside, but mounted to the driving spoiler is a piece of metal that can be inverted if you want more forward lean. Okay? Then don't forget the removable tongue. So this boot, the Mercury, and its hardcore freeride brother, the Vulcan, have removable tongues. And this tongue is made of Pebax, but don't let that fool you. It's incredibly stiff for its weight. This adds downhill performance to the boot. You can leave that in the whole season, forget about it. You can take it out all season and forget about it, like I did. Or you can put it in the boot every time you ski downhill and take it out every time you ski uphill. It does increase the ease at which you can tour because it removes some stiffness out of the forward and rearward motion of the cuff.